When you ask ChatGPT a question, what do you think happens behind the scenes? Does it think of its entire response before it starts writing? Most people think that AI sees ahead and knows its entire response before the text starts appearing on screen. This is the common misconception, that AI generates complete responses instantaneously. But the reality is ChatGPT generates text one token at a time. Not sentence by sentence, not paragraph by paragraph, but literally one single token at a time. Watch as I show you how the sentence, "The capital of France is Paris, and it is beautiful," would actually be generated by an AI system. Step 1. AI predicts the single token "the" based on the input. Step 2. It uses "the" to predict capital. And this continues. Each token builds on all previous tokens until the complete sentence is formed. Each token is predicted based on all the previous tokens that came before it. This is called autoregressive generation, a fancy term that simply means each new token depends on the tokens that came before. Why does this matter? Because it means AI can't see future tokens. Each prediction affects the next one. This is why AI sometimes changes direction mid-sentence. It's literally making up the response as it goes along, just like humans do when we're speaking spontaneously. Models split text into tokens. Tokens can be whole words, subwords, spaces, punctuation, or emojis. Some tokens look like whole words. Many are pieces like believe, or even a leading space. Now let me break down exactly how each token is born through a detailed step-by-step process. Let's trace through the example, "The weather today is," and see how the AI would predict the next token. Step 1 is input processing. The AI takes your input text, "The weather today is," and first converts it into tokens. These are like numerical IDs for pieces of text. So "the weather today is" becomes something like the numbers 464, 92, 882, 34 through 374. These numbers are then converted into mathematical representations called embeddings, which are fed into the transformer neural network. Step 2 is the probability magic. This is where things get really interesting. The transformer processes all this information and outputs probabilities over a fixed token vocabulary, which is around 100,000 for modern models. For our weather example, it might calculate that sunny has a 35% chance, cloudy has 25%, rainy has 20%, perfect has 15%, and all other possibilities share the remaining 5%. Step 3 is token selection. The AI uses a selection strategy to pick from these probabilities. Often, it samples from the top of the distribution greedily. So in this case, it would select sunny. This chosen token gets added to the sequence, creating "The weather today is sunny." But here's the crucial part. This entire process repeats for the next token. The AI takes the new sequence, "The weather today is sunny," and runs it through the same 3 steps to predict what comes after sunny. Each new token becomes part of the input for the next prediction. The AI is constantly building on its own output, creating a chain of predictions that forms coherent text. Let's dive deeper into what happens inside the AI's mind for each token. When the AI encounters the context, "My favorite food is," it considers 100,000 possible next tokens and assigns each one a probability. We visualize tokens as words here for intuition, but the model chooses tokens. Here's what the AI's probability universe looks like for this example. Pizza gets 15%, chocolate gets 12%, sushi gets 10%, pasta gets 8%, ice cream gets 7%, and so on down the list. Even the remaining 90,000 plus other tokens get some tiny probability. The AI never completely rules anything out. Watch how probabilities change with different contexts. "My favorite food is" leads to pizza at 15%. But "my favorite healthy food is" makes salad jump to 25%, while pizza drops to 8%. And "my favorite fancy food is" pushes sushi up to 30%, while chocolate drops to 8%. The same core question produces completely different probability distributions based on the context modifier. What does this reveal about how AI works? First, AI has preferences based on its training data. Second, context heavily influences these probabilities. Third, even wrong answers get some probability. Fourth, creativity comes from choosing lower probability options. And fifth, something called temperature controls how random these choices are. Temperature is another fascinating aspect. Lower value sharpens probabilities, higher value flattens them. With low temperature like 0.1, the AI almost always picks sunny. It becomes very predictable. With high temperature like 1, it might pick rainy or cloudy. It becomes more creative and unpredictable. Now let's explore how AI chooses from these probability distributions using different decoding strategies. Each strategy gives the AI a different personality. For the context, the cat sat on let's say the probabilities are mat at 40%, chair at 25%, floor at 15%, table at 12%, and bed at 8%. Greedy decoding always picks the highest probability, so it would always choose mat at 40%. The pros are that it's fast, deterministic, and produces coherent output. The cons are that it's repetitive, boring, and has no creativity. Random sampling makes a random choice based on the probabilities, so it might pick chair at 25% or even bed at 8%. The pros are that it's creative, diverse, and explores different possibilities. The cons are that it can be incoherent and has unpredictable quality. Top K sampling picks from only the top K candidates. If K equals 3, it only considers mat, chair, and floor, then randomly selects from those 3 based on their probabilities. It might select floor at 15%. The pros are balanced creativity and avoiding bad choices. The main con is that it's still somewhat limited. Top P, or nucleus sampling, keeps the smallest set of tokens whose cumulative probability is above a certain threshold in samples. This is adaptive and context-sensitive, making it the most widely used approach. In the real world, ChatGPT uses top P sampling plus temperature for balanced creativity. Many production setups use top P plus temperature, sometimes with a small top K cap. Code generation tools use lower temperature for accuracy. Creative writing applications use higher temperature for variety. Let me show you a complete real-world example of ChatGPT in action. Watch as we trace token-by-token generation happening live. User asks, "Explain why the sky is blue in simple terms." Now watch as ChatGPT generates its response token by token. The response will be, "The sky appears blue because of a phenomenon called scattering." Token 1, generated based on the user's question. Token 2, sky, predicted from and the context about sky color. Token 3, appears, chosen from probabilities considering the previous tokens. Shown percentages are illustrative. Actual values depend on model, prompt, and settings. When predicting blue, the AI considers blue at 70%, colored at 15%, and bright at 10%. When predicting scattering, it considers scattering at 50%, reflection at 25%, physics at 20%. This continues for all 42 tokens in the response, with each token being individually predicted based on all previous context. Throughput can reach dozens of tokens per second in optimized settings. It varies by model and hardware. The key revelation is that AI doesn't think ahead. It lives completely in the moment. Every single token is chosen without knowing what comes next. This leads to 3 major implications. First, why AI sometimes goes off track. Since AI can't see the future, it sometimes starts a sentence one way and ends up somewhere completely different. It's like a person who begins telling a story without knowing how it will end. Second, why AI is so good at context. Every single word is chosen based on all previous context, making AI incredibly context-aware within its window. It's constantly considering everything that came before when making each new prediction. If you found this video useful, please consider subscribing.